I am 95 years old. I have been retired longer than most people listening have been alive. I have buried my wife, my brother, my closest friends, and men I once competed with every day. I am not guessing anymore. You think I'm here to reflect? I'm not. I'm here because when you get this close to the end, you stop negotiating with yourself. You stop pretending certain things are complicated. They aren't. You believe you have time. That belief controls everything you do. It controls what you delay. It controls what you tolerate. It controls what you don't say. It controls the people you quietly replace with work, comfort, and noise. I believed it too. I didn't wake up one day and decide to waste my life. Nobody does. I just kept assuming there would be another chance to show up properly. Another year, another phase, another version of myself with fewer obligations. That version never arrived. I worked in the same industry for over 50 years. Construction supply. Not glamorous, but money was steady, and steady turns into identity if you let it. I learned early that being reliable made people depend on you. Dependence feels like importance. Importance feels like purpose. So I leaned into it. I took calls during dinner. I left early in the morning and came home after dark. I told myself I was doing it for my family, which made it sound noble enough to ignore the cost. Here's the part nobody tells you. You don't feel the cost while you're paying it. You only feel it when the bill stops coming and the room is quiet. In the late 1960s, my closest friend was a man named Robert. We were the same age, same neighborhood, different personalities. Robert was impatient, always planning the next thing. He talked about when things slow down, like it was an appointment already on the calendar. One night we were sitting in his office after everyone else had gone home. Empty building, paperwork stacked everywhere. He said, "Once I clear this run, I'm done doing things I hate." He said it like a promise. 3 days later, he collapsed in the parking lot outside his building. Heart, no warning. I remember standing there while they loaded him into the ambulance thinking, well, that happens to people who push too hard. What I didn't think was, that could be me. So instead of stopping, I adjusted. I worked smarter. I told myself that made it different. It didn't. I outlived Robert by over 50 years, and I still didn't do the things he said he'd do. That should bother you, because longevity doesn't protect you from regret. It just gives it more room to stretch out. I missed more family moments than I can count, not because I didn't care, because I always believed I could make it up later. Later is a dangerous word. Later lets you walk away from conversations that matter. Later lets you stay silent when silence is easier. Later lets you tell yourself the people who love you will understand. They do understand. They understand you weren't there. My wife Eleanor never demanded much. That made it easier to fail her quietly. She didn't argue, she adjusted. That's how you lose people without a fight. Not through conflict, through accommodation. Years went by where I assumed we were fine because nothing exploded. Nothing explodes when something is slowly draining. When she got sick, I thought I would finally have time. I thought illness would slow things down enough for me to catch up. It doesn't work that way. Illness accelerates everything. It forces decisions. It removes options. There are sentences you plan to say for years that never survive the hospital room. I was there when Eleanor died. I held her hand. I signed the paperwork. I'm not going to dress that up for you. Being present at the end does not compensate for absence along the way. That's a lie people tell themselves to feel better. Presence is cumulative. You don't earn it back all at once. After she died, people told me I was strong. They told me I was devoted. They didn't know how many times I chose something else when I didn't have to. You know, when you make those choices, you just don't like admitting what they mean. I live in a single room now. That's not a metaphor, that's a fact. One bed, one chair, a dresser, a photograph. Everything else I spent decades acquiring passed through my hands and out of my life without resistance. I didn't fight to keep it. I didn't need to. You will not need to either. The things you think define you are temporary scaffolding. They exist to support a life, not replace it. But most people let the scaffolding become the building. I've watched companies replace men who gave them everything in weeks. I've watched entire careers reduced to a cardboard box and a goodbye email. You think your effort is remembered. It isn't. Your absence is remembered. Your absence at dinner. Your absence at birthdays. Your absence in the small moments nobody films. That's what stays. You're probably thinking this doesn't apply to you. Everyone thinks that. I thought that. I thought being disciplined meant I was safe. I thought being needed meant I mattered. It meant I was convenient. When my children grew up, they didn't resent me. That's worse. Resentment would mean engagement. They adjusted. That pattern again. I see it everywhere now. People delaying joy until it's efficient. Scheduling connection instead of living it. Treating their lives like projects to be optimized. From where I'm sitting, that looks insane. You are not managing a resource. You are spending one. And you are spending it on things that will not come with you. I don't replay my biggest wins. I replay the moments I assumed would repeat. A random afternoon. A casual conversation. A quiet evening I left early because I thought there would be another one just like it. There wasn't. That's the part nobody prepares you for. Not the big losses. The ordinary moments that turn out to be final. You don't notice them while they're happening. That's what makes them lethal. You will put something down one day and never touch it again. You will hear a voice for the last time without knowing it's the last time. You will walk out of a room assuming you'll be back. You won't. I'm not telling you this to motivate you. Motivation wears off. I'm telling you because denial is comfortable and comfort is expensive. If you're still listening, you already know who you've been postponing. You already know the conversation you keep avoiding. Stop pretending you're being strategic. You're being afraid. Call the person. Show up where you keep sending apologies instead. Not because it guarantees anything, because waiting guarantees something worse. I don't have anything else to protect. That's why I'm saying this plainly. You can keep building, you can keep accumulating, you can keep postponing. Just don't lie to yourself about the trade you're making, because one day the trade will be over, and there will be nothing left to renegotiate.